Peterborough has changed, and many are upset about these changes, and rightfully so. People have struggled in our community for decades, but it's no longer hidden. It's actually right in our face all the time. We can't ignore the deadliness and destruction of the poison drug supply. We can't ignore the desperation of so many of our neighbors fighting to survive. And this hurts us to see, so we look for somebody to blame. More often than not, we blame the victims themselves. We blame those who are hurting and fighting to survive for making us feel these hard feelings. But I think we know that this isn't helpful. Marshall Rosenberg says violence is a tragic expression of an unmet need. We're experiencing a violence in our community, a violence that's taking lives and hurting neighborhoods. Blaming, punishing, and raging at those at the front lines of this violence is not going to get us where we want to go. There are deep needs behind these great violences. These needs won't go away through excluding more and more people from our community. Peace through exclusion isn't peace, and I think we know that. We'll only ever end the violences by addressing the needs at their root. These needs are many: housing, income, belonging, and so much more. Saidiya Hartman pronounces that care is the antidote to violence. I have this friend who's been revived by naloxone more times than I care to count. I used to mourn him even though he hadn't died yet because I just anticipated the day that I was going to get the call. But luckily the call never came. Today, his life isn't perfect, but the impacts of drugs doesn't dominate his life like it used to. He's a child that he loves with his whole heart. He has a community that supports him and to whom he offers a whole lot of support. I asked him a little while ago what made this journey possible, and he talked about love and about care. Love from his friends, care from community supports, and love from strangers. None of us are happy about what's happening in our country, about what's happening in our city, but we can choose the lens through which we address it. We can see it as a matter of blame and punishment, or we can see it with care and a desire to address the needs. I'm scared we're heading towards a focus on the former, but I get excited at the possibility of the latter. There's such creativity, joy, and possibility when we embrace care, when we seek to meet people's needs. This is the lens that One City chooses to commit to, and we'd love to have you join us. It's difficult, it's painful, but I think it's the only way we'll ever create true community. It's the only way it's possible.